What's up, guys? Bitcoin and the crypto market with a very bullish close yesterday, and we're going to dive into it, what it means for the crypto space, and where to next. So let's get straight into it over here with the total crypto market, the Bitcoin daily chart over here. And you can see we closed above that key level of 103.9K. This level over here, that's the 50% level from the all-time high created on the 20th of January. All the way down to this DeepSeek FUD, which we saw on Monday. And that 50% level comes in at 103.9K. So being above here and this daily close is very bullish. Obviously, we had a nice pump up on Wednesday, but it wasn't a bullish close because it was above the 103.9K level over here. But now we are above that level, and you can see on the 4-hour time frame over here for Bitcoin, it looks like we have actually closed, and obviously we closed the daily above that level, but we have right now retested the 50% level on the 4-hour time frame. You can see over here, and it looks like we can be expecting this to hold up as support, and we could see bullish momentum continue from here. So that's a perfect retest of the 50% level from the top side to the bottom there, and it is looking really good for Bitcoin in my opinion here, and I am expecting continuation to the upside, and the bulls are in favor in my opinion over here. If we just go back to the 4-hour time frame, the level to get above at the moment is this region over here. You can see we got rejected once, twice, 3 times over here. So we can see, a potential some price action like that. If we come up again, clear the level, make another higher low, then I think it is A for away. So I think, we can even draw or extend this box down here. If we get above 107K, I think it is looking really, really good for Bitcoin and continuation to the upside. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I think if we break through this, we could be adding to the position on the next higher low, but we're going to have to wait and see. And that's Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. Ethereum is also starting to show some strength, but it's not out of the woods yet. So with Ethereum here, we have this downsloping resistance, which I'm looking to break and get above. I think this zone over here is a very important zone. This zone is coming in at 3,330. And I think if we can get above this level, it's looking really good for Ethereum. It's obviously under the 50% level, which Bitcoin is above. That's at 3,515. So what we need to see for Ethereum is another push up here. And if we get above this downsloping resistance, test it as support, then we can be moving onwards and upwards. And it'd be nice to see Ethereum get above the 50-day EMA. I think this is Ethereum's last chance. It really has to start shining now, and it really has to start showing some strength because it has been really weak of recent. It's not pumping like the rest of the market is, and it has been a tough one to hold. But yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see if Bitcoin starts, smashing all-time highs, and Ethereum is still struggling underneath that 3,500 level. Then we may have to, just cut the positions there and just stick to the strong guns over there. But definitely mark these levels off on your chart, 3,330 and 3,510. These are very important levels for Ethereum to get above. But I think if we do get above the 50-day EMA, you can see we've been rejected. We've been chopping around it and rejected. If we get above this, then I think next target will be 3,500. Then I think this fair value gap, we can come and take out all the liquidity over here. That's coming in just above 3,750. Then obviously the range highs would be the next target. And a lot of people are talking about this inverse head and shoulders. I'm not too sure about this inverse head and shoulders. A lot of people are talking about this over here. Let me draw it out for you guys. So this would be a shoulder, a head, and then another shoulder. And then if we do break the range highs, then, we've got a big measured move up to around 6K. But this normally works out when you come from a downtrend. So if price is coming down into this level and then you get a pattern like this, then you could call for an inverse head and shoulders. But because this came from down here, obviously the uptrend, and then formed the pattern, I don't think too much of it. The inverse head and shoulders, in my opinion, was actually down here. Had a bit of shoulder, head, shoulder. And if you guys remember this, we did get into this. And obviously the shoulder looks a bit funny, but because of the line chart, which we like to use when there's big liquidation events, you can see the head and shoulders here. Shoulder, head, shoulder. That to me is a better looking head and shoulders. But enough about that. Ethereum, we just need to get above the 3,330. And I think you can actually mark this off on your charts or set an alert for that level over there. because that is extremely important to get above. And if we get rejected there again, then it's not going to be looking too good. And you can see how much of a level this is, guys. This is a huge level. See a lot of resistance, broke through, support, lost it, resistance, chop, resistance. So massive level for Ethereum to get through. But we're gonna have to wait and see on this one. But for now, I would just wait for price to get above there. And if you do start getting above there, then there is definitely a long opportunity. Stops would go below these recent lows, and then we can target the range high or potentially the all-time highs over there. And that would be a decent risk reward of more than 5 to 1. So let's wait and see how it happens when it gets above the level, if it does get above the level. But for now, definitely game on. Solana over here, also looking good. We are in our long position on Solana and Bitcoin. We got stopped out of the ETH. And yeah, very chilled about that because Ethereum hasn't really been pumping. But the levels for Solana remain the same. I think if we can get above this 259 level over here, then I think we can be seeing some strength for Solana, something like that. What I have also marked off is the 50% wick fill of that Sunday pump we saw on the 19th of January, and that's coming in at 279. So I think, you know, if ETH can start getting above the 50% level, the $279 mark is definitely a target for Solana. Sorry, Solana, guys. So I think that's the kind of the target. I'm expecting this to be a another higher low over here, and the TA works pretty well. We had this level drawn out, and it came perfectly into the level, into the buy box. We did buy the box. There were signals about that, and we were talking about, you know, this is actually a perfect entry along with Bitcoin. XRP looking really good, one of the stronger projects out there. And yeah, I'm not in this trade, but if you are in the trade, I continue to hold this. If you aren't in the trade, then I think, you know, we could be getting in at this $2.84 if we do get a test of this. That's obviously the 50% of that big wick left behind on Monday, I do believe. So that's looking really good. Otherwise, yeah, I really like to look at this. It is above that high credit over here, so it's really in a good position and in good hands, and the XRP bulls are celebrating over here. One thing I had was the bearish divergence, and it could still be playing out, guys. So here, obviously, higher highs and lower highs over here, but I think the whole crypto space has that. But let's wait and see. There's obviously massive gains expected for February for Bitcoin and also for Ethereum. Massive gains over here, decent averages. So I think, you know, I think that we could be holding throughout February and Q1. I think it is a good idea. But we'd have to wait and see, guys. We're going to have to wait and see. Where was I? Over here. USDT dominance, very, very important to look at this chart. I've been eyeing this one out, and it's actually been playing really well with technical analysis over here. And you can see that yesterday I was waiting for a daily close below this 4.01%. That is the 50% of the move from the 20th of January all the way to the FUD on Monday. It's obviously inverse to crypto. And this 50% level comes in at 4.01%, you can see over here. And I wanted to see a daily close below this level. And it looks like we have. I mean, we did close the daily below this level, and we have come up and tested it as potential resistance over here. So what I want to see is another push to the downside over here. And you can see that we've tested this level 3 times now. And I think if we do test it for the 4th time, we could break through. So I would like to see continuation today or next week or even on the weekend. But let's wait and see. Obviously, this is USDT dominance and is inversely proportional to the crypto space. So this dumping or moving to the downside should result in a pump on the crypto side. But let's wait and see, guys. It does look like it's lining up to move down. It is in the weaker half of the recent range. So let's wait and see, guys. But if we can close another daily candle underneath here and also just hover around on the weekend, I think next week we can see a push down to the range low, which would be bullish for the crypto sector. This is also a chart, guys. The total crypto market obviously looks very similar to Bitcoin, but we are above the recent 50% level. That's coming in at 3.47 trillion. So there's definitely no need to be bearish here or panic at all. If anything, I would be bullish, and I would be expecting a massive push to the upside relatively soon. The line chart, Also not looking bad. You can see there is a higher low in the making here. And I just want to speak about the Bitcoin line chart because this is looking really good. And it looks like we are forming some kind of ascending triangle over there. So that's for the total crypto market. I think, if today we close below 3.47 trillion, then we can be maybe being cautious. But again, guys, the line in the sand, which has been the line in the sand, is this 50-day EMA and the 50% level at 3.38 trillion. We didn't want to see a daily close underneath this level. We didn't get a daily close underneath this region. So onwards and upwards, guys, we are favoring the bulls here. We are definitely favoring the bulls here. We've been favoring the bulls the whole time, and it has been paying out and paying dividends. Total 3, obviously lagging a bit. This is the crypto market excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So obviously excluding Bitcoin, we haven't been getting the Bitcoin gains and the Bitcoin pump in this chart. But so far, so good. It is about the 50% level. This 990 billion is the line in the sand, and we didn't get a daily close underneath there. I love how these 50% levels work. I've been using them for ages, and they work absolute wonders. We don't change up. We don't change tactics. We just use 50-day EMA, 50% levels, and it works absolute wonders. Okay, guys, definitely smash some altcoin requests. I'll have a look at your requests later. See this Griffin USD, you'll have a look there. Ondo, I'm gonna go straight into Ondo now because Ondo is a massive blue chip in my opinion. And it's looking really good. So I had these two ideas playing out. I said yesterday, we're either gonna break through this level, get a perfect retest and then push to all-time highs, or we could see a potential rejection of the zone over here, which you can see it was a very key level. It was the previous resistance as well. And yeah, so we did expect a potential rejection here or a breakthrough and a retest. So this is playing ball. But guys, this is looking really strong. And this is one of the most bullish charts in crypto at the moment. And I think fundamentally Ondo is extremely strong. And look how the 50% levels work again. We got rejected off the 50% level coming in at $1.62. So this was an obvious spot for a rejection, also lined up with the SR region over here. So this is the region to clear. $1.62 is the region to clear. And then I think it's going to be A for away, all-time highs. I'm still in my Ondo trade. Absolutely no reasons to take profits. It is at, I have moved my stop loss to break even. So it looks something like that. And I think what's going to happen is if we do get this perfect retest of Ondo today, coming into this region over here, I think this is going to be bought up really fast. But I do like this. These wick lows often work out quite well. So this $1.47, if we test $1.47 again, I'm most definitely going to be doubling down on my Ondo trade. And, my position, my entry is about $1.10. So over here, I would put my average entry to $1.32. We can put our stops below here, obviously adding a bit more risk, but building a big position is what we want to do in the crypto space. So this is the potential plan. So if we test this $1.47, definitely mark this off on your charts. I think it's going to be a very key level for Ondo. But if we break through, a retest of $1.62 is a good entry. So I think buying over here at $1.47, $1.48, seeing what happens, and then if we break through, and then we can buy again at $1.62 if we do break that level. So that is the plan for Ondo. Otherwise, it's always good to buy the fear because you do get those perfect entries, which allows us to add to the position with much less risk, with much less risk later down the line. But Ondo's looking really strong. I really like RWA as a narrative as well. This has been my best trade the whole crypto cycle on Mantra we bought down here almost a year ago even, but it just shows that you have to be patient in this game. But this is going parabolic, absolutely parabolic, and the measured move is going to be something very similar to this over here. There we go. So we could come up to this, just above the $6 region over here. But if you are in this trade with me, yeah, we could actually be shaving some profits on this one. We've obviously taken some hits in the meme sector, so this could potentially be replacing those losses, or not losses, we're just down on the position. We haven't sold yet, of course. Let's have a look at some altcoin requests. Griffin USD. Never heard of Griffin USD, but we're going to have a look at it. Griffin USD. Okay, so not the best looking charts. Obviously had a bit of a move to the downside, and I don't like how the rest of the crypto sector is been pushing to the upside and this has been pushing to the downside, but I wouldn't get bearish at support. You can see this is a key support level over here. I'm not sure about how long this chart's been around for. Let me try pull up. Let's have a look on MEXC. MEXC often has a little bit more data as they do release the tokens a bit earlier. Okay, pretty similar. Yeah, so I think the line in the sand is this level over here. This is a key support. If you are bullish fundamentally on Griffin, this would be your buy zone. Otherwise, yeah, definitely wouldn't be selling this. And if this is the low, then you would want to see Griffin get above that 42 cent region. And if this is a new project, then you want to see it get above this 34, 35. This is the 50-day EMA, obviously only starting now as it is a really new project. But yeah, not extremely bullish on this. The charts don't give us a reason to be bullish on Griffin, unfortunately. Okay. What about altcoin market cap excluding? Okay, we did have a look at that. Ondo, we did have a look at Ondo. So look at AVAX quickly. So look at AVAX. Is around there. Let me actually, oh, there it is, $35. Okay, so AVAX. So AVAX needs to get above this $40 region over here. We are forming some kind of falling wedge. I haven't charted this in a while. So we are creating some kind of falling wedge. You can see it's down sloping resistance over there, and you can kind of see this bottom of the wedge over here. So it looks like it's coiling up for a big move on AVAX. I'll give you the targets now. But, we do want to see AVAX get above this $40 region. And I think we can even extend it down to here. So I think AVAX really needs to get above this $38. That's what I'm going to say. And it needs to see a pump now. It needs to get above the 50-day EMA. It needs to get above the 50% level, start forming a base here, break out of this downsloping resistance. Then I think we can target higher levels for AVAX. And if this is the low, which it might be the low, we can have a look on the 4-hour and zoom in a little bit later. But if this is the low, then the first target would be $44. You can see that's the 50% level, the halfway point. So if we do break out of this, then there is a long opportunity, and we could take profits at the $44, and we could take profits at the $56, which I believe is the cycle high. No, it's not the cycle high. So we were higher in March. This is also a red flag. If your altcoin has created a lower high from March, which we have, it's a lower high over here, lower than this, then it's actually not looking good. However, we are potentially coiling up. We are coiling up for a biggish move. There's an argument about this over here. Obviously creating lower lows, but also higher lows and lower highs. This coiling up, we might see a big move. But for now, if we zoom in, the levels to clear would first be that $37 region and $44. Those are the regions to get above for AVAX. But let's wait and see. A little deviation under the 200-day EMA. It's normally a good buying opportunity when the 50 is above the 200 and prices below the 200. It's normally a good buying opportunity, and we can see a bit of a relief rally. But if we just stick to simple support and resistance, there is definitely an argument for a short here. If you are looking to short, there's a massive level over here, and we could target these lows over here, and your stop would just be above that recent wick high over there, something like that. This could be a head short if you are looking for a head short, and we could target the top of this trend line over here, even this level over here, coming in at $30. So I'm personally not shorting the bull market, but if you are looking for a head short, this does look like a good one. Let's have a look at Filecoin. Quick Filecoin. I rotated my Filecoin into Topcoin a while ago. Let's pull it up. Very similar looking chart to AVAX. See, there is this massive level over here, which was resistance. It was resistance. It was support, and we have flipped it as resistance. So this is also a case for a short. Definitely a case for a short. Get above the EMAs, and you change my mind. And then we could target the range lows, or even this this level over here. You can see $4.20 Looks like we might have swept that now. But again, I'm not looking to short the bull market. So, but this is technically a short. You know, if we turned this chart upside down, then we would be long, right? We'd be long because this is a SR flip. This was resistance. Now we've broken through, tested that support, and we could be targeting these levels over here. But because we are in the bull markets, I don't want to short. So yeah, I'm going to sit in my hands for Filecoin. Thoughts on GOAT? Let's have a look at GOAT. GOAT. Yeah, this is clearly in a downtrend. Wouldn't be bullish on this at all. I would wait for at least a reclaim of 43 cents over here. If we do get above this level, then we can look for longs. But for now, not looking good. Not looking good. Okay, what's happening with Bitcoin? Bitcoin's looking good, guys. Still looking good. Let's have a look at the weekly time frame. I want to have a look at the weekly time frame over here quickly, because you know if we do close at the 105K region, then it would be the highest weekly close in Bitcoin's history. And you guys know how I look at things. There's nothing bearish about all-time highs. Nothing bearish about all-time highs. A lot of people ask me, where would I start getting bearish? Well, I'd only start getting bearish if we had to get below 80K. Okay, where do I get this level from? Well, 80K. Sorry, got a few lines here. 80K or a 79K. That's obviously the halfway and 50% level. So we are in the strong half above 79.4K. We're in the strong half over here, and we'd be in the weak half below that. So if we had to come below, there's obviously a massive SR level over here. You got the 50-week EMA coming up over here. So this is a strong level of support technically. But if we do have to come below and start sitting below 74K, then I think, you know, then I would be bearish on crypto. But for now, it is looking really good. Ethereum obviously has a lot of work to do. Solana, bullish, guys, bullish, 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 bullish. The whole crypto market, in my opinion, is bullish. There's no reason for it to be bearish. And remember that the bears sound smart, but the bulls make money, guys. The bulls make money in the crypto space. Okay, let's have a look at the 4-hour time frame, because it's important to have a look at the 4-hour time frame. And you can see there is a big level over here. This big chop over here, that was the previous weekend price action. And it looks like, you know, we are below that now, but we are above the line in the sand. So it is bullish. But I would like to see Bitcoin get above 105K, break the last 4-hour candle. Then I think we can get a push to the upside over here. But let's wait and see, guys. The day hasn't really even started. The UK session, I think, just started. So let's wait and see. But I'm closely eyeing Ethereum, guys. This is bullish. So if we break this, it's looking really good. This is obviously a key level, this region over here. Massive level, and we broke through it, tested as support. So I think if we get above this level over here, tested as support, and I think I'm going to be going long on this level. Stops will go below the low we just created right now, and we'd be targeting much higher levels, guys. But yeah, definitely eyes on Ethereum. I think if Ethereum does break 3,330, I think it's going to pop off. I think it's going to do incredibly well. But let's wait and see, guys. Let's wait and see. So look at the liquidity, because it's always important to have a look at the liquidity. And what you can see is that there's a lot of liquidity stacked to the upside. So here's 105.7K liquidity to the upside. I think we could come and claim these levels. There's more liquidity to the upside than the downside. So I think we could see a push up today. On the 5-minute time frame, again showing liquidity at that 106.6K. This is 106K, and on the bigger time frame, there's liquidity both to the downside and to the upside. I'm not sure if we will claim this level. We could come and hit 95K. Well, if we lose 103.9K today, then we can look at that move down to 95K. Most of the market participants are starting to run longs, as you can see here. And Ethereum and Solana looking very similar. Obviously, Ethereum, a lot of liquidity to the upside over here, coming in at 3,290. So I think if we do claim the liquidity and we can hold, if we claim the liquidity, let me just zoom in here again. This was basically the plan. If we can come up, claim the liquidity, come down, test that the previous resistance as support, then I think we can see a push up for Ethereum. And then Solana, lots of liquidity to the upside in that 240 region. And yeah, most of the liquidity does lie to the upside. You can see, you know, if we do lose levels, 3,000 for Ethereum, but we're going to have to wait and see for that. Going to need much more confirmations. Okay, there was another question. Are you bullish on any particular sector? Guys, obviously RWA. RWA has been doing really well. We can have a look at Mantra, nothing bearish but all-time highs. Ondo, really strong in my opinion. We've seen it get above $1.62. Pendle has been the weaker one of the RWA. I have sold all my Pendle. We got to get the death cross. So Pendle obviously isn't the RWA sector. I obviously spread my risk across the whole sector. And it's nice to have 1, 2, 3 runners. And yeah, Pendle's obviously weaker, so I did cut the position. C-Pool, Clearpool, also, you know, it's in an uptrend. It is testing this old resistance as support. Obviously, it is a low market cap, so you do get those extended pushes to the downside. But we are above the 50% level of the huge range, so I am bullish on this one. But definitely RWA. RWA for me is the sector that I am most bullish on. How long do you think the bull market will last for? I'm looking for my thesis was a potential top coming in either Q1. So I think, you know, after we see a nice run on Ethereum and, you know, see some nice bullish price action, Feb, March, April, then I think we could see a local top. Otherwise, I think we'll see another top towards the end of the year. But will it be a lower high, a higher high? I'm not too sure. But I do see 2025 being a green year. So I think, you know, we will be above the levels that we are currently. Don't have any price targets. But, I mean, my short-term price target is this 120 to 130. If we can hold this 103K for a couple of weeks, I think, you know, the bulls are favoring a push to the upside over there. Any other chart requests, guys? Let's get some more charts. We can have a look. But otherwise, yeah, guys, Bitcoin is strong. Just to summarize, if we are above the 103.9K level over here, we're zooming for you guys. It is bullish. We did test it this morning as potential support. So let's wait and see. Okay, we've got Chainlink over here. Let's have a look at Chainlink. I am bullish on Chainlink, and I do hold a decent size position on Chainlink over here. Why? Well, Chainlink is bullish because it is above the 50-day EMA. It is above the 50% level. Let me actually just clean this up. I haven't had a look at Chainlink in a while. Let's actually start. Okay. So here we go. Here are the lows created in August over there. And the line in the sand was a daily close below here, which we did get, but the next day we just spiked straight through. If Chainlink is above 19.5K, it is bullish. And what we want to see sooner than later, okay, we actually already have it. And because, you know, if today we can close above 24.4 and the weekend above 24.4, I am seeing this as strong. We obviously got a nice bounce off the 50-day EMA. This was a really good buying opportunity. You know how I view the 50-day EMA, strong bounce over here as well. This is the line in the sand. We don't want to lose $19. Sorry, I actually deleted the wrong line. There we go. If we can close above 24.4, it's looking really good. But, you know, there is obviously resistance. You can see this level over here. This is $27. So I think if we can start to, I think what we're going to see is a chop in this region over here. I'm not sure for how long. And then when the rest of the crypto sector runs, I think this will break all-time highs. Definitely bullish on this. You can see it's in a bullish uptrend over here. It's created a higher high from March, unlike a few of the tokens that we showed earlier. So this is definitely one of the good ones. This also kind of falls in the RWA tokenization sector as well. So look at Toncoin. Toncoin over here. Yeah, okay, guys, this was a long given. I'm still in this trade. It's not really doing anything. If you enter this trade now, your risk reward is actually even better. Obviously, take profits are this level over here. I think this was my buy zone. But this is a good trade, guys. Stops obviously below here. We don't want to lose this level. Toncoin is at support, so we can't really get bearish at support at all. If we start to lose this level, it is going to be looking ugly for Ton. So this is a good trade in my opinion. I don't think we're going to lose the level. And there are much higher prices to have a look at. So this was the trade. I took this trade ages ago. I think it might have actually been over here. We are below that level though. But yeah, price targets for Ton was these EMAs, which are moving down now. So I can actually drop this level. Let me actually move this across. Price targets would be this level over here. We can take this down to $5.40 region. I think we need to get above $5.40. Then I thought this level over here is a big level, so I think we could see a push up in this region over here. So your trade will probably look something like that. They'll probably start taking profits just above $6. But guys, this is quite a good trade because it's got a very clear point of invalidation. This is massive support. But if you are more conservative, then you'd want to see levels be broken first. So we could break this downsloping resistance. That would be a sign of strength, because we could obviously see a push to the downside and then a snap back. And then I think this would be your trade like this, stops below there, and then we can see. But for now, to summarize, Ton is at support. No reason to short Ton. Okay, so look at Dogecoin quickly. Actually pull it up. Dogecoin. Okay, so this trade is still valid. I think I spoke about it. I think I spoke about it on Monday, actually. This trade's still valid. We have broken out of this downsloping resistance. I think even that looks good. Let's go into this on the 4-hour quickly. So we are starting to kind of form a uptrend. We need to break this level over here. I think this level is very key for Dogecoin. And that's coming in at basically 34 cents. If you can get about 34 cents for Dogecoin, I think it is looking good. This trade's obviously still valid, and I think it has a high chance of playing out. It looks very similar to Toncoin, that there is a very clear point of invalidation. If we lose 30 cents, it's probably going to come down to 26 cents. So this would be another buying opportunity. So you can either be a bit more conservative. You could enter in now with a deeper stop loss and then enter in again down there, or you can have a tight stop loss. You know, you can leverage this 10x as well and have a decent trade. I think we will see another push from Dogecoin. But let's wait and see, guys. The level to clear is $38, $37, $38. So if we can get above that, then I think we will see a push to all-time highs. But for now, I think it is worth the risk of getting in the zone over here and your invalidation at 30 cents. And if we do lose 30 cents, then as I said, 26, 27 cents is coming. So I think this is looking good. I do like that it's broken out of this level over here. We could see a little push down into this level again and then get a move, but I will have to wait and see how Bitcoin reacts, guys, and the rest of the crypto sector reacts. It's analysis. So look at Floki real quick. We are on the 4-hour time frame, so we may as well have a look at Floki. Yeah, a bit of bullish divergence over here. You can see with these lows over here, we created a lower low, but higher low on the RSI. We did get a push up. But yeah, a lot of work for Floki still to do. I'd wait for a breakout of at least this down-sloping resistance trend line. If we can break this high over here, the most recent high at 0.00013, and then get a nice higher low, then I think we could be longing Floki. Okay, let's have a look at XRP. We had a look at XRP earlier, but I'll quickly cover it again. Let's just go back to the daily time frame. Yeah, XRP bullish. I think we spoke about $2.84 being the 50% level. There we go. So yeah, there's a case to get a long of $2.84. That's my analysis. Otherwise, yeah, it's really strong. It's bullish, of course. And $2.84 would be a good buying opportunity. Okay, let's look quickly at Fartcoin. Okay, so we did actually close above the 50-day EMA. I think we spoke about this on Monday or Wednesday. Looks like, we are creating higher lows over here. So I think, there's definitely you could be buying the zone. I think this would be, if we do come down to the zone between 85 and 60 cents, I think this is a good buy zone for Fartcoin. Yeah, definitely no leverage on this though, guys. This could easily nuke, but it is an uptrend. So you would expect this region over here to be a higher low. So your stops can just go above that, below 58 cents. Tau. So look at Tau. I haven't looked at this in a while. There it is. Okay, so Tau's almost time for a long. You can see we had bullish divergence over here, creating lower lows, but higher lows on the RSI. And it is at a very interesting point now. Okay, look over here. So this is obviously the EMAs creating resistance over here. We do have a downsloping resistance line as well. So I think if we can clear this level, get above $500, then I think it is game on for Tau, and we could see a push to the upside. But for now, it is at heavy resistance. So I wouldn't be longing right now, but I would be longing if it does push to the upside and then come down and test the zone as support. It's obviously a massive zone. Then we could get into a Tau long. Quick question over here. Do you factor in buy and sell ratios or funding rates? Yes, I do. More on a macro point of view. So I do look at liquidations over here and long short ratios. That's what I look at, and a little bit of open interest. But it's more on a macro point of view. If we're looking for if we're looking to snipe big liquidation events, then I do have a look at that. Otherwise, I focus mainly on the charts and what the charts are telling me. Okay, so guys, again, let's just wrap it up here quickly. Not too much to go on about. Not too much news next week either. Obviously, NFP Friday. Might have a little scalping session on that. But guys, Bitcoin and crypto, the bulls are in control. We are above 103.9. If we lose 103.9 and test it as resistance, then we could be looking to exit some of our long trades. But I do like the daily close above there. We're going to have to wait and see. Ethereum as well. I do want to see it break these highs over here at 3,280 over there. And total is bullish above 3.38 trillion. But I would like to see it hold $3.47 trillion, guys. I do want to see this hold today and a push to the upside, or at least just hold this level over the weekend. So guys, thanks so much for joining the stream. Smash the like button. And if you are new to the channel, definitely subscribe. We go live at least 3 times a week. But guys, thanks so much for joining in, and we will see you again on Monday. Cheers for now.